From the Cinderellas to the top seeds, March Madness moves on to the Sweet 16. The NCAA Men's Basketball Championship Regional Semifinal, tonight on CBS.
Nothing's better than a win, except a win with BetMGM. We got you feeling the fire, lighting up the court, bringing the house down. Now, you're winning with the king of sportsbooks. You know what to do.
We don't want a bank. We want financial freedom. That's why we rewired the American financial system. So your money can work as hard as you do. For your first home, for his degree, for her future. That's what we're chasing together, all in one app. 7 million strong, from Main Street to Wall Street. Moneyline, here we roar.
It's that time of year again, and everyone at KG Certified is excited about the BetMGM's March matchups. The college tournaments is even more exciting at the king of sportsbooks. New customers that place a $10 moneyline wager on any game will receive $200 in free bets if any team hits a three-pointer during the tournament. Yes, during the tournament. You gotta love those odds. Just use bonus code KG200 when you register. Anything can happen during BetMGM's March matchups. So get in on the action. Download the app and use bonus code KG200 to win $200 if any three-pointer is made during the tournament. Yeah! New customers only. Man, I'm super excited today, man. We got one of the beast of the beasts wideouts today, DK Metcalf. Y'all come check it out. Hey! What part of the city you from?
Oxford. Where Ole Miss
where's
is.
that at?
Where exactly Ole Miss is located.
Oh, okay,
Yes, sir.
okay. Your pops played in the league, right?
He did.
Now, I'm from South Carolina, in a park named Greenville, a little small town outside of Greenville named Malden, right?
Okay, yeah.
Okay? I'm only setting this up because you'll understand what I'm saying. But this little town's like Simpsonville, you got Lawrence, you come down a little bit where Zion's from, you got Spartanburg. I know Jackson is in Mississippi.
Right.
I know Greenwood is in Mississippi.
Mm-hmm.
I'm missing Biloxi or something. I'm missing another name or something. But what I'm setting up is talk about how you growing up in the SIP and how all that competition from those little towns, because they're like little towns there, right?
Yes, sir.
I know Dice is from Greenville, Greenwood, excuse me. Shout to David Banner, shout to Big Crit. Talk about the competition and growing up in Mississippi.
Well, growing up in Mississippi is like all you do is either, work out.
Yep.
You gonna find your little clique. You got, a little small town country stuff. So you got your bonfires. Everybody just hang out. Everybody know each other in a small town.
Dang.
So with me, my pops went to Ole Miss where, I grew up like 10 minutes down the street from Ole Miss. So we would go up there, work out all the time. And when I got to high school, that's when the competition really just started picking up because I played AJ in high school, Jeffrey Simmons, both of them on the Titans. I would go to different camps like in Atlanta and just see like a lot of different people who are like in the league today. So we all know each other from like Jacob Eason, who's the quarterback, Rashawn Gary, like all of us grew up together going to Nike football camp. So just to see us all in the league, in the NFL, like today is just like a big blessing.
All workers.
Exactly.
So y'all grew up in that culture. How old are you growing up in that culture?
15, 14.
Dang.
So we started going to camps at 14, 15 years old.
Pushing each other.
Exactly, yes, sir.
Picking up from each other.
Mm-hmm.
Do you develop quicker that way?
I would say the mindset is really what separates a lot of people. Because me and AJ and Jeffrey, I would say, are three people who from Mississippi who our mindset is just different. Like we're gonna work hard and try to destroy anything in front of us. So that's just how we work.
Whenever you would play guys from Mississippi, Alabama, even Arkansas, it felt different.
Exactly.
Is that the pedigree of the SIP?
Yeah, that's what you expect from the South, Alabama, Mississippi, Georgia, South Carolina, Florida. Everybody got that same pedigree.
I like that SEC. I grew up in that pedigree. You can play against them Georgia boys, some SIP boys, Texas boys, something else too. Them Florida boys always been crazy.
Right.
Talk about the SEC and talk about playing in that.
That was different. People don't understand. Like,
that's a mini NFL.
You got to go against Alabama, LSU, Auburn, Georgia, Arkansas, Vandy ain't no pushover, Mississippi State.
That's what I'm saying.
You got a different challenge every week.
Wow, that's great.
And it's just like a lot of competition. It's competition every week, no matter if you're playing Vandy or Alabama.
Kentucky also is in there. Tennessee is also in there. You wouldn't think that those are higher teams or any of that, but those are still competitive programs, right?
Yes, sir.
They got a reputation, got character and all that, right?
And they in the SEC for a reason.
So I like to think that the SEC gets and prepares those players for the NFL, right?
Right, yes, sir.
A lot of those guys either going to be NFL players or going to be something different, right?
Exactly, yes, sir. Because you're playing against them every week.
So in high school, with these camps and stuff, DK, by the way, can I ask you, what does DK stand for?
DKlin is my real name.
Oh.
My teachers can pronounce it in school, so
you just cut it all the way?
Cut it, yeah, because I can't stand people messing up my name.
Spell it for me, man, spell it.
DEKAYLIN.
And you heard it first. That's a certified moment. Yeah, I don't think I've ever heard you. I ain't never heard that, right? Hey, what's up? I'm Cameron Garnett, and welcome to KG Certified. When it comes to the world of banking and finances, I admit it can be very confusing, especially from people coming from my community. I used to wonder, why is banking so confusing? That's why I teamed up with MoneyLion. And I'm sure you're asking, KG, what's MoneyLion and how does it work? MoneyLion is a groundbreaking app that allows you to bank, borrow, invest, and most importantly, manage your money. Imagine if you can get paid up to 2 days earlier. Imagine getting a direct deposit cash advance up to $1,000 with 0 interest. Yes, you heard me, 0 interest. Does your banking app do that? No, I didn't think so. Listen, financial literacy is very important to me, and that's why I'm putting you on game. MoneyLion allows you to bank smarter rather than harder. That's why I downloaded the MoneyLion app. It makes managing your finances easier than ever. Just go to moneylion.com to download the app. Dropping Dimes, sponsored by MoneyLion. Oh yeah, I was gonna ask you about the NIL, man. What's your thoughts on it, man? You watching how the college kids are getting that?
Oh, they getting paid now?
What's your thoughts on that? You like the NIL? You think it's a good idea, bad idea?
Only bad thing is if the players start putting that before their work or before the sport.
The biggest issue I got with it, D, is I don't know could you still be hungry with $1 million in your account or $500,000 in your account in college? You're a freshman.
I think it's harder if you got $1 million in the league and still got to be hungry.
Wow.
A lot of people's perspective is, all right, I want to make it to the NFL.
Bad.
Once you make it, then you think you've really made it. But I think the hardest part is once you have that money on the highest stage to keep working. I think that takes a lot of discipline and a lot of hunger.
Yeah. Because at the end of the day, man, being the best, and you don't always get paid like you're the best.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I've always wanted to be hands down the best. I want when you line up and look at, me, I want to be the obvious best. What's pushing you, or what is the motivating factor for you right now?
I'd say my family and my legacy. I want to be remembered.
That's what's up. You got any personal goals? I know everybody wants to win a Super Bowl.
Right.
What are your goals coming into every year?
Every year I want to either break the touchdown record or receiving yards record. That's the start of everything.
What's the touchdown record?
Touchdown record for the Seahawks is 14, for the league is 23.
That's what's up. I want to know, I know in basketball, Nike has a camp, Adidas has a camp, Under Armour probably has a camp. What is the number one camp that you go to when you're in football?
It's the Nike camp, and everybody's trying to compete to make it to the final, which is the opening in Oregon.
Really?
And
Beaverton? That's
yes, sir.
Yeah. The same thing with
at the headquarters. I had a chance to make it. AJ, Jeffrey, Nigel Warrior, a lot of people that's in the league come from that camp. That's where they make it.
Wow, man. What year is that you go through that whole Nike thing?
I made it going into my senior year, the summer going into my senior year.
Football runs through your family, would you say?
Yes, sir. I would say.
I know your father. Anybody else play?
My pops played, my uncles played, my granddad played. Everybody plays football.
So DK, I'm gonna ask you a little personal question. Take us through, I'm gonna go ahead and go Southern. Take us through the front porch, man, sitting on the front porch with the uncles and dad. What's the shit talking like? You weren't fast for me, you ain't strong. What's the, cause you know uncles probably got some slick shit, right?
See, look, my uncles never did that with me. I was like from 9th grade, I was always the fastest. In high school, I was always strong. Like they knew I wouldn't talk shit to them.
Right.
Only person I would compete with was my pops.
Oh, right.
And he got to a point to where he knew, all right, it was time to slow down now.
You already knew what my next question was. So at what point did your dad have to be like, you know what, I'm gonna have to leave you alone. I'm cool on this. I can't really guard you.
He really hadn't said it yet.
But
like, I used to try him when I was younger. Like we used to wrestle all the time.
Okay.
He's 6'4", 320.
Wow.
And I'm 5'8", 5'9", 180, soaking wet with work boots on. Like, it's a big difference, but he used to fold me up. I used to get hot, mad. I wait a few more years. Then one day I tried to try him, and it was like a mutual respect to where it was like, all right, we good now.
Silverback on silverback type style?
Yeah. We know how it plays now.
What's the competition like? Is it lifting weights? I mean, he probably wouldn't race you now. What would be something y'all would compete at right now that he would probably have a chance at?
Right now?
Right now.
Monopoly. Anything physical, nothing. Ain't nobody taking me down physically. You gotta play Monopoly with me or Scrabble or something, because I'm not going down.
That's a good one. I was gonna say, I don't know why I went spades. I don't know why I went like that. That's a good one though. That's a good one.
I was spade, pluck, 3-man spade. Ain't nobody getting me.
Man, tell me some dope advice your dad gave you before going into the league that you kind of hold on to or that you held on to.
My pops told me in the 9th grade when I started getting heavily recruited.
Start early.
He told me, because he hung around like Devin Hester and Brian Urlacher and Tommy Harris, Anthony Adams on that Bears team. So I was always around like the great players, the good players. So when I started doing interviews, he told me never talk bad on anybody. Always, give people their flowers, always positive, never, disrespect anybody. That was one thing that I kept with me. He said, work hard always, no matter who watching, treat people right, and keep God first.
Well, that's
and
what's up.
Everything will fall in line for me. That's all I do.
Any training tips? And it's crazy, DK, that you're coming up in this culture and you're probably getting so many little small things, and it's the South, so it's not a lot of, well, at least for basketball, it wasn't a lot of attention.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Football's totally different. You probably noticed what, 7th, 8th grade? How long has people have been knowing you on the scene since what?
7th, 8th grade.
9th grade?
Yeah.
You really started getting some...
I committed to Ole Miss in 9th grade.
Wow, really? What made you do that?
It was my first offer. And my pops went there. I was 15 years old. And it was a dream come true.
That's what's up, man. And two, you know what? When you do it, it kind of kills all that other chaos that come with it.
Yeah.
God damn, that's a smart move. No, I didn't ever commit to anything, right? So I had schools chasing me throughout, and it was the worst worst process ever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because you didn't want to disappoint nobody.
Not only disappointed, but I really didn't know. Everybody's throwing their best at you. I can't go and see every place, right?
Exactly.
I knew I had my favorites and stuff that I like to watch on television.
Right.
Going back, do you ever fantasize about playing for, or what would it have been like to play for like LSU, or I ain't gonna say the rival, I'll say something like Alabama. I know in the state of Mississippi, you definitely don't say one over the other, so I know that. I know that's a pet peeve.
Yeah, no, but I grew up a Hurricanes fan.
Oh, okay.
So I wanted to go to Miami.
Oh, that's dope.
I wanted to go to Miami.
That's dope. You wanted to be a Hurricane?
Yeah, they didn't take me serious though, at all.
Do you look back and wonder why some programs passed on you? Do you ever go through that? Or
No, they told me like I committed to Ole Miss in the 9th grade. Then like 11th grade, I would start, all right, let me hit up the Miami coach. And he was like, decommit from Ole Miss first. I'm like, why do I have to decommit first just for you to show interest? Like I'm telling you, I'm a big Miami Hurricane fan.
Right.
He was like, no, I don't believe you. So.
You still watch them?
Hurricanes?
Yeah.
I don't watch college football no more.
Oh, snap. So you get to Seattle, man. What's your first impression when you get to Seattle?
I see a mountain.
You see a mountain?
A big-ass mountain, Mount Rainier.
Oh, yeah.
When you flying in, I ain't never seen like a mountain look like that before.
Oh, wow.
I get off the plane, go to the facility. They got a team hotel like right beside the facility.
First time
It's
to the
on
Northwest?
Water. Correct, yes. Well, besides the Oregon, the Open.
Oh, okay, yep.
But this is like my first time by myself.
Oh, wow.
In a big city.
Wow.
And I didn't leave the house for my first 2 years there.
Really?
I stayed in the house, like studying, working out, just handling my business. Then last year, I really just started to branch out and start to go places. Like the only place I went was Target, and that was 9 o'clock at night. Right before they closed, I would pick up the stuff and then go back to the crib.
Well, they got delivery services now, so it's really gonna be bad.
Right.
When you describe Seattle to people, how do you describe it?
I would say it's gloomy, but besides that, like the people there are great. Like they love football, they love the Seahawks, and it's just like a very, like we were talking about earlier, a hidden gem. Like you can go down by the water to the Pike Marketplace, or you can go to the Ferris wheel, or go to the Space Needle. But I pretty much prefer to just chill at the crib or go hang out with my teammates somewhere.
Word. Man, I miss playing in Seattle, man. One of the better sports towns.
Right.
I know you guys got soccer up there. Is it truly a six-man like y'all say it is?
That stadium is loud.
I gotta see that. I'm coming this year. I'm gonna put that on. I ain't gonna put on my bucket list. We're gonna put that on the to-do list this year type shit.
Bet.
We're gonna do that. So I'm gonna come up and fuck with you and see what that is. Cause I remember old visions of obviously Richard Sherman and everybody. Can you talk about how much you knew about the Seattle Seahawks reputation before you got there?
I didn't know much about the Seahawks.
Did you watch they run when they actually?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
I knew about the Legion of Boom,
Boom,
Marshawn Lynch. I knew about all of them. But when I first got there, it was like a shock to see like Pete actually, energetic and running up and down the field.
I gotta ask you that, man. How old is Pete, man?
He's
Pete
70.
on that shit, huh?
He just turned 70.
70? 70?
And be racing.
Man, Pete look like he about 45. He act like 45.
Oh, yeah.
He look 95.
Okay, I was about to say look.
Right.
He still
I had
look
to get
old.
there, right? Yeah, he look old as hell, but he moved well, man.
Yes.
One of my favorite coaches in sports just to watch. He looks like he's always having fun. I know behind closed doors he got to be a coach, and coaches,
exactly.
you know what I'm saying?
he has fun at practice.
Good people?
Yes, for sure.
Good energy?
Yes.
He looks it.
Always.
He looks it. I got to ask this, man, because I've been in the same situation where I lost my point guard. You know what I'm saying? You lost your quarterback. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to make it a too sentimental.
No, but
like
it's straight.
Your thoughts, man, when you first
when
heard
I
it. You
first
woke up,
heard
boom,
it-
phone going crazy.
I was at a Gatorade shoot when I got the news, so I was just in shock because I didn't think it was gonna happen.
So in basketball, the GM usually calls someone like yourself. You're a predominant person on the team. You're the star of the team, I would say. Usually a conversation like that comes your way. Do you have conversations with the organization on the future?
The player personnel guy called me and was like, "Hey, this may happen." Hour later, it happened.
Oh, wow.
And I ain't heard from Pete until later that night and John, because I know they was probably busy with phone calls and everything. But yeah, it happened as soon as the day I got the phone call. Like an hour later, it happened.
Were you shocked?
Yeah, I was very shocked because I never thought he was gonna leave
Me
Seattle.
neither, yo. And I actually, I hate to say this, and I don't want this to sound wrong, but you know how you think someone's gonna, that sounds very wrong, right? But I'm gonna say it, but you know how you take, people for granted and then something happens,
Right.
knock on wood? That's how I looked at that. Like,
Yeah.
I saw it, I was like, I heard it, but it's news, we hear everything, right? And I'm sure during the off season, you're gonna hear all types of stuff, right? But to actually go through it, I was actually like, I was more than shocked. And then to be the Broncos, I didn't really follow.
Exactly,
You know what I'm saying? I
but-
thought it'd be something like a bigger name or bigger
Right.
city, but Denver is a big deal in the NFL. So where does your mind go after that? Like,
All right, so my mind was like, all right, Russ gone. What do I do? Later that night, Bobby gets cut. So I'm like, and me and Bobby were Yes, like that was my guy.
Ace,
and
yeah.
when he left, that really that hurt. Cause like we would work out every Tuesday. I would go over to his crib, we'd play pool. Like that was my big brother. And he gone now, so I know he taught me a lot. And I know I'm gonna, take that, into the next season and the rest of my years in the NFL. But he was like a real big brother to me while I was in the league.
And you gotta have that.
Yeah, exactly. And just for him to get cut like that, and he didn't do anything wrong. Like the perfect professional that you would want to ask for, any organization would want.
So is it like writing on the wall? Are you looking at it like that?
I mean,
Are you looking
look
at
at
like these signs?
Yeah, of course. I mean, I'm year 3, or just finished year 3, going into year 4.
Congratulations, man.
Appreciate that.
That's what's up.
And I think like it's time for me to step up and be a leader, and it's my time in Seattle now. That's the way I looked at it.
Right, the keys to be handed over to you
exactly.
now, man. And things happen like that too.
Right.
For a reason too.
Exactly.
And now, naturally, are you a vocal guy?
No. I joke a lot.
Facts.
And especially, I looked at it as with Russ and Bobby there, it gave me more time to joke around and, still be the childish.
Be loose. We ain't gonna say you childish or nothing, because you hit a switch and then become something else.
Right, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
But I'm just in my eyes, like, I was able to take a back seat because we already had our designated leaders there. But now, like, since I've been trying to run from it for so long, God was like, nah, I'm gonna throw you in that fire early, see how you take it.
No, bro, listen, I think, it's safe to say this, that you probably lead by example.
Right, yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying,
that's
bro?
the way I look
You
at
know
it.
what I'm saying? Like, you ain't gotta, I'm gonna be big on somebody that's doing more action anyway versus talking.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? If I'm being 100. Take us through, man, I hope that I didn't make that too uncomfortable, but I want to know that, bro. You always hear about athletes spending a lot of money on their bodies in the off season. Take us through your off season regimen, because football players, man, what is y'all recovery? After the season over, you gotta take what, a month, 2 months? Like, what's your recovery time?
I usually take 2 weeks.
2 weeks?
And then I'm right back to working.
Wow.
I can't sit around the house for too long.
You sound like me, bro.
I think I'm gonna start getting fat, and I can't do that.
Wow.
And like this year specifically was different because I had to have foot surgery, so it really made me sit down somewhere and really just let my body rest.
Cause y'all be coming back from y'all football players are the only, man, listen, man. Basketball players be missing 2 years off ACL. Y'all need to be coming back for ACL like 3 months. I saw Adrian Peterson blew an ACL and was like 3 months later racing somebody up a hill and it was like neck and neck. Like, bro, come on, man.
I think it's just the mindset.
You think so?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Like they told me, all right, so week 4, during practice, I hurt my foot and I had x-rays. They told me I had a fracture in it. They was like, all right, there's a possibility you may break it. I was like, that's it? Like, yeah, I'm still playing the rest of the season. Wow. Like, that's just the mindset.
Wow. Could there ever be load management in football?
I think, yeah, they try to do it, but it's like, if I'm out there, I might as well go ahead and finish practice. I might as well go ahead and get all my reps in because I'm out here.
Are you a practice guy? Huge practice guy?
Not a huge practice guy, but if I'm there, you're going to feel me.
Guy,
yeah.
Dude. I did not ever want to miss practice.
Oh, facts, yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
That's the only way I was able to sharpen.
Right.
Because if you're going to do it on your own, you're not going to put it like this. After workouts, I can't speak in football, but if I play once with somebody, he's not going to go as hard as he can as he would if we were scrimmaging.
Right, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I would look at those things as big parts of sharpening skills. I was going to ask you the next question. I mean, how do you sharpen your skills? Do you use one, coaching on your own?
I would say coaching. Like
Coaching
me and my receiver coach are real close, and I trust him a lot to where he gonna tell me the truth, and he want to see me succeed as bad as I want to succeed.
Right,
so
that's what's up.
That's the type of a person I need. Same with the weight room. I got a specific coach in the weight room that we work out. He's gonna tell me, everything I'm doing wrong, and he ain't gonna sugarcoat nothing.
I'm gonna put you in a real tight spot right now. Got tons of coaches. Your most impactful coach that you've ever had in your life, other than your father?
I'll say, bro, it was my 7th grade algebra teacher.
7th grade algebra teacher?
Yes. Because, I was...
Your coach?
He was a football coach, too, and an algebra teacher.
What's his name?
Mr. Jones.
Mr. Jones.
Jeffrey
Shout
Jones.
to Mr. Jones,
Yes, sir.
right. Algebra. Right.
So I couldn't take an extra foreign language. I couldn't take foreign language in school because I'm terrible at Spanish. So I took an extra math class just to cover it.
Okay.
And I was the only black kid in the class. So I would try to joke off and goof off, and he's like, don't be that dude. Like, you a better student than that, you a better kid than that, you a better player than that. So he told me that, and it just like stuck with me to where I wanted to be different everywhere I went. My pops told me the same thing. I got in trouble for trying to follow somebody in school, and he told me, be your own person, be your own man, don't follow nobody. So ever since then, I try to be my own person, be different.
And all these coaches that you click with and that you connect with, do you see a little bit of that coach in all of those guys?
No, I mean,
everybody's different.
Everybody's different in my eyes, yes, sir.
I noticed too in the strength training. Take me through this, man. There's no, I don't see a lot of plates no more. You know what I see? I see resistant bands.
Right, yeah.
How do y'all do the resistant bands and keep the mass on?
With the resistance bands, it's like you're burning the muscle more, so
you
it
burn
grows
it out.
faster.
Burn
yes, sir.
it out?
Right, yes, sir.
So
it's
the
like a
whole thing is
burnout. It's
high
like a
reps?
burnout set. Yep, high reps. Low mass.
What's the burnout? What's the burnout? Till you burn out, or
No,
it's like
like
25?
8 reps. It's like 8 reps.
Oh, okay,
I would say like 8 reps.
God, I saw that and I was like, how are you able to? Because the biggest problem I used to have, dog, was the math. I'm not an eater, so I used to have to, shakes and all this other stuff, man. Talk about how important nutrition is. Nutrition's huge.
I'm probably the worst person to ask that.
Dog, are you eating Popeyes, Churches?
Nah, see,
You from the SIP too. I know you be eating coon soup. Yeah, that's some shit.
I'm a candy type person.
What?
I eat 1 meal a day, drink 1 coffee, and eat like 3-4 bags of candy.
Man, define bags of candy, man. Jelly
It's
beans?
See, I'm a gummy type of guy. See, you get your lifesavers.
Come on, man, stop, man. Come on, hold on, man. So you finna go through a structure, a bag of candy, you about to go through the whole, okay, let's hear this.
All right, I'm just taking you through yesterday. So yesterday I woke up, worked out again, came home, showered. I'm hungry, run to Starbucks, get a quick coffee. That's gonna hold me till like 4, 5 o'clock. This 12, so it's gonna hold me for like 4 hours.
Dang.
Around 4:30, I ordered some candy and a water. So I got, what did I get yesterday? Got the Skittles gummies. Then I got the Lifesaver Creations. They the same size bag, so I just mix them.
So it's safe to say we're gonna see a DK gummy at some point, right?
Yeah,
okay,
for sure.
Okay, y'all heard it. Another certified
moment.
Right?
Yeah. Get the gummy, get the candy, get the water, eat that. That's gonna hold me to like 8 o'clock where I'm having dinner, 8, 9. And then I eat dinner, go to sleep.
That's an everyday thing. That's a Monday through Friday, Monday through Sunday, Monday through Monday. You eating candy like that, huh?
Yeah. I'm a candy eater, yeah.
Any shouts out to other candies? Snickers?
No free advertising.
Free advertising?
No free advertising. No free advertising.
Oh, shit. Now I wish we had candy in here, some shit, man. At what point are we going to see in the NFL guys that are not good at being wide receivers turn around and become cornerbacks? Is that a usual thing, or that's unusual? That's
it's
not
only
unusual?
like a cut every blue moon. The last one I can think of was Dunbar.
He was the last one to be able to go from playing wide receiver and turn around and play cornerback?
He played receiver at Florida, and they turned him into a corner.
Converted? That would be converted?
Converting him into a corner. And he's like one of the best corners in the league.
I would think that would be an easier conversion?
Right, because you see the routes.
Right.
Corners, besides quarterback, corner's the second hardest position in my opinion.
Say word.
Yes.
Why so?
Because it's all about reaction. So you gotta be quick enough to know the receiver's next move. Wow. You gotta be smart enough to, all right, if he's over at 3-by-1 and okay, he's a 2-yard split, he can't go outside no more, or he has to go outside. Wow. So you gotta know angles, you gotta know leverage, you gotta be smart, be able to see the quarterback, and you gotta have reaction time.
And then on top of it, oh man, wow, you just took me down the whole, I'm looking at guys like Richard Sherman was so smart to be able to take off and almost force you to where, right?
So my rookie year, we played the 49ers in in San Fran. When I tell you Richard Sherman ran my route for me. And that was like the most craziest thing I'd ever seen because I've never had somebody backpedal, turn, okay, and then run a dig for me and beat me to the spot. Like, it's different.
And he's chatter. He'll talk to you, right?
No, he ain't talk to me, no. Because I've been knowing him because we trained together during the offseason. So.
Does that change the mechanism of when you play somebody? When you're not training with somebody and it's like a mutual respect versus...
I'm always come off and try to dump you the first play, and if you don't say nothing back or if you ain't talking, then I know, all right, it's that type of game. But if you start talking back to me, you ain't scared enough for me, so I gotta come back at you.
What's the trash talking like in football? Is everybody on 10, everybody lit?
Nah, The trenches, that's for real. That's the O-line, D-line, they get it in every play.
Right.
Every so often you're gonna get a receiver and a corner talking. But in the trenches is where they get down.
Wow. Has football changed? Football changed from a perspective of how it was once perceived to what it is now?
Well, I look at it all the same. I really don't see a change in perspective. It's still a violent, dominant sport to me, so that's just how I play it.
To where you can get hurt every play.
Exactly.
To where you got to be head on swivel. How much of studying, and a lot of people don't understand how much fucking intelligence you got to have to play football. Talk about how much, not just studying, but how much you got to be on yours and know opposition and know all these other things. Like talk about your preparation.
I believe that's what separates like a lot of the good players from the great players, how much knowledge they retain from, the week. So 2 years ago, I had a receivers coach who, me and him would watch film at 8 o'clock in the morning on Wednesday and Thursday. And we would just break down the DB's tendencies and the safety and if he's a low hitter or a high tackler, if he likes to jump jam, if he's a soft shoe presser. And then you got to retain all that information in the game to where you still got to know your plays, know your job, know your check, and still be able to know the person that you're going against.
So complex, man. Not even from yourself, and then you're linked with another 10. Man,
exactly.
Y'all do walkthroughs, y'all have shoot-arounds and stuff like that? Yeah.
Every day.
Wow. And I guess the hard part for y'all is y'all got to wait a whole nother, 6 days to come back around to get any type of revenge, or then, practice is probably lit, right?
Nah, practice is, Pete take care of us a lot.
Really?
So we'll walk through and then come back hour and a half later, and then we'll practice. Everybody got a certain amount of reps that they take. And at the end, we got competition, and then we done.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's I would say he takes care of us and on a load management.
How much of that do you care about? Like, you go some other places, could be different.
Right.
I wouldn't think is that the norm throughout the league, or do you hear this?
I hear a lot of people they go hard at practice.
Wow.
Even in training camp, they hitting each other, and after practice, they running heels.
Wow.
Like that's, my homeboy told me that my rookie year from, another team that was doing that. So I was like, I'm glad I'm here.
Wow, I gotta ask this. Training camp, man, how long is y'all training camps? Training camp used to be 2 days for 30 days.
See, they changing that. My rookie year was like that. This year, it's gonna be like, you on the field for a certain amount of time, you can only be at the facility for a certain amount of time. They changing it to where you're not outside all day, or you're not at the facility all day.
Oh, wow. Because you guys really have like a 12-hour day.
Yeah.
Y'all get on the field, and then y'all have like a study hall, or what do you call it, film or something?
Film study, yeah. And it's like, we'll get there at 8, won't leave till like 6, 7, yeah.
And then after practice and stuff, you working with the quarterback, or how much
After
reps
practice,
are you working with the quarterback?
If me and Russ missed the throw and he want to get it, I want to get it too, we'll work that throw in.
Oh, wow.
Or if, like, let's say I got a go ball and it's short or too long or I dropped it, the very next play after I get back, he was like, all right, let's get a big eraser. So he'll get the ball while the defense going. As soon as they get their play done, he'll say, hut, I'll go.
Just to get that timing down?
Timing, and just to get that confidence, because nobody want to end on a drop or a underthrown ball or nothing like that.
How much are you watching the league? Are you watching other receivers and what they're doing?
No, not really.
Really?
I like watching a lot of old receivers. So I got, Calvin Johnson, T.O., Randy Moss. I watch those, Julio Jones, I watch those repeatedly throughout the season.
Influence growing up, who was your favorite receiver growing up? Or your
Calvin Johnson.
Calvin?
Yeah.
He's underrated like a mother.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I wish he'd have kept going and played in a couple other places and got a dynamic.
Right, exactly. I think it was his time though.
Think so?
Yeah, his body was hurting.
You 6 forever.
Who to you is the toughest matchup for you, cornerback-wise, in the NFL? One of the toughest.
I would say Jalen Ramsey probably.
Oh, okay. Yeah, shout to Jalen. Yeah, he chats a little bit too.
Yeah.
What makes him tough?
He's just big and athletic. Like he's just be in the way a lot of times, man. He really just be in the way.
He's you know what though? He's crafty too.
Right.
He has a bit of, I wouldn't say Richard Sherman because he is his own style, but he has some of that nagginess.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Always over you, always something.
He does the little antics.
Yeah, them tangibles, right?
Yeah.
Does it really make a difference from left to right when it comes to the cornerbacks?
No.
It don't? Whoever starting is a prime A.
Suspect.
Right.
Victim.
Favorite part of the football for you? Deep ball?
No, I like blocking.
Oh, word. Say word. Yeah. Take us through that. What's that about?
I just like coming off, just punishing people.
Steamrolling somebody?
Yeah, because then you can really see who go get back up and start talking.
That's football though,
Yeah,
bro.
exactly.
You know, football is about getting back up and then going again.
Exactly.
Right, that's what's up. When you are studying these cornerbacks, what are you looking for specifically? A couple things, not the whole thing, but when you first watch somebody you ain't never played against, what's the first thing you want to see?
I want to see press man. What is he doing press man? How's his body language? Then I'm going to see if he's...
Meaning how he jam on the line and all
Right,
that?
exactly. If he's going to put hands on or is he just going to stand there for looks and then just mirror you the whole time.
How much technique is important in being a wide receiver?
I would say for the start of the route is the start and the end. Like
Really?
in between is really, up to you. But at the start and the end of the route it's a lot of technique.
How much feint you're using? I noticed, and I don't know anything about route running, but I'll notice receivers coming out and then that's like a feint, right?
Right, okay.
How much feint are you using in your route running?
I don't use too much because
Really?
I like people to be scared of my speed. So I'm going to come off the ball, try to go hard every play, make the first 3 steps look the same to where, don't nobody want me to get so close to them to where they can't recover, and now I'm running 10, 20 yards past them.
So I got to ask this for everybody in the room. You're welcome, by the way, you're welcome. I'm going to ask this for everybody in the room. When you walked old boy down in Arizona, were you pissed, like, God, or was it one of them things where you started off and was like, oh, I'm finna catch? Take me through that. What are you saying to yourself as you're walking this kid down? Did you think you could catch him?
I knew I was gonna catch him.
So
I knew I was
that
gonna catch
changes
him.
everything for me, because you kind of started off and I didn't think you was gonna keep that long.
No, it was, all right, so the route I had like a drag, and so he was throwing it to the running back. He came out of nowhere and picked it.
Oh.
So when I saw him pick it, I was like, okay, let me start slow, because I'm not trying to get blindsided or crack back from his the D lineman. Once I passed the last D lineman, then I started running. I was like, all right. And then when I started getting close to him, I tried to slow down and quiet my feet so I could try to punch the ball out and get the ball back. But he looked up at the jumbotron and saw me. So I was like,
I saw him at the end.
yeah, exactly, yeah.
Holy snap. You the fastest man in the league?
Yes, sir.
Hands down?
Hands down.
You know what they need to do at the Pro Bowl? For $5 million, they need to do a race. Everybody line up. Right, $5 million. KG Certified gonna sponsor the race. 50, how long you wanna go? 50, 100, what'd you say?
No, we gotta go 60.
60 yards?
60 meters.
60 meters?
60 meters, yeah.
Who's in that race?
I would say me, Tyreek.
Who else?
Anthony Schwartz.
Name 7 guys.
Ooh, 7.
Y'all gotta be spread it out.
Anthony Schwartz.
5 guys?
Marquise Goodwin. That's 4.
4.
Me, Tyreek, Marquise Goodwin, Anthony Schwartz. Somebody just ran like a 4.2 at the combine or something.
Say word.
Yeah, like a 4.29 or something like that. Yeah, he need to be in the race. Yeah.
Line it up, put $5 million in cash like they do at the poker joint.
Curious, without naming names, right? Is there a type of quarterback you're hoping for in terms of?
Oh, the one
Russell had the arm and the feet,
Right.
right? The rare mix.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
The one that's there, Drew Luck.
is he the guy?
Just wait.
That's what's up. Right, to be continued.
Right.
Everybody trying to get some extra access out of this motherfucker before we start a subscription based on your ass. Right. Charge you $2 like we Netflix for here, motherfucker. Right. Nah, man, thank you for coming through talking football, man. I'm a huge fan, man. I love watching you play, man. You bring a different excitement to the game, man. You keep me stimulated. I'm always watching what you're gonna do next, man. All the best to you, man.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it.
Seriously,
Yes, sir.
thank you for coming through, man.
I appreciate you.
The son of a former boxing legend aims to forge his own legacy when undefeated Tim Tszyu makes his highly anticipated American debut.
If you see me coming, you better run. Yeah.
But a dangerous Terrell Gachet will not extend a warm welcome.
Right hand delivers the knockdown.
Who deserves a title shot in boxing's deepest division? Tim Tszyu versus Terrell Gachet, live on Showtime.